Hello to everyone. I am Dr. Alkesh Agarwal, and in this lecture, I'll mainly discuss about the limitations of a double sideband full carrier amplitude modulated signal, and then I'll discuss one by one the modified versions of or modified techniques of amplitude modulated signal that includes double sideband suppressed carrier AM technique, the single sideband amplitude modulated technique, and vestigial sideband amplitude modulated technique. These are some reference books that include Communication Systems by S. Haken, and another book is Principles of Communication by H. Top and Dale Schilling. So to start with, there are certain limitations of an amplitude modulated signal, that is double sideband full carrier amplitude modulated signal. As we know that this transmitted power and channel bandwidth are the two primary communication resources that are to be very efficiently utilized. But in this case of double sideband full carrier, we say that uh, this double sideband full carrier AM signal is wasteful of power. Now, how we say this statement? As we know that double sideband full carrier signal can be written in this form, where it comprises of a carrier and two sidebands. So this is upper sideband, this is lower sideband, and the total transmitted power is carrier power plus the power that is being included or the transmitted through two sidebands, lower sideband and upper sideband. So here we can see that uh, through this modulated signal, we are also transmitting this carrier power which is not required. So that is why we say that double sideband full carrier AM is wasteful of power, because by transmitting the lower band and sideband, we can transmit the whole information without the need of transmitting this carrier signal. Another thing is that double sideband full carrier AM is wasteful of bandwidth. Now, again, you can see that uh, we have an upper sideband and a lower sideband in this double sideband full carrier AM signal, and they are almost the same in terms of the amount of information that is being carried out. And so the whole information can be transmitted either through a upper sideband or a lower sideband, so there is no need of transmission of both the bands. So in that reference we say that it is wasteful of bandwidth. So uh, based on the modified forms of amplitude modulation technique, we have three different forms. One is double sideband suppressed carrier, one is vestigial sideband, and another one is single sideband. Now if we briefly discuss about double sideband suppressed carrier, so this is a technique where the carrier is being suppressed. By suppressing the carrier, somehow we are if we go back, we are saving the power, because as we have discussed that there is no need of transmission or carrier power. So in double sideband suppressed carrier, we are suppressing the carrier, so we are some saving some power, but again the bandwidth requirements are same, that is twice the message bandwidth. When we come to the vestigial sideband, in this the carrier is suppressed, as well as one of the band is being totally transmitted, whereas the other band has only a vestige part. So in this case, the carrier is being suppressed and bandwidth is also somewhat reduced. So this bandwidth is in excess of the message bandwidth by an amount equal to bandwidth of the vestigial sideband. So this is somewhat a more improved version. And then we have single sideband AM signal, where the suppressed carrier is suppressed, and as well as either upper sideband or a low sideband is being transmitted, and it is mainly used for the transmission of voice signals. And so these are some modified versions of the double sideband full carrier amplitude modulated signal. So in the subsequent slides we'll discuss each and every technique in detail. So first of all, we'll discuss about double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation. If you listen to my previous lecture, I have in detail explained how this double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulated signal is being generated through a balanced modulator. Here I'm explaining in terms of mathematical analysis. So we have this message signal mt, which is am cos 2 pi fmt, and we have a carrier signal ct is equal to ac cos 2 pi fct. So modulated signal can be written in terms of uh, product of mt and ct. So we have am cos 2 pi fmt and ac cos 2 pi fct. If we you know mix these two signals, so we have this kind of modulated signal which comprises of two bands with suppressed carrier. This is an upper sideband, this is a lower sideband. So this signal depicts a double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation signal. If we further uh, come on to the spectral components or the modulated signal, so here we can see since the carrier signal is being suppressed, so we have no component of this carrier. So we have uh, spectral components centered about Fc and centered about minus Fc. So this is the spectral component for upper sideband. This is for lower sideband. This is again for lower sideband and upper sideband. And this can be generated through the modulation property because we have this amplitude modulated signal as st is equal to ac m by 2 cos omega c plus omega mt plus cos omega c minus omega mt. If we use this modulation property, so we have uh, this kind of expression that again I have already explained in my previous lectures. So and this expression is being plotted here in figure 1, and it can be easily be viewed. So if we have this component, if we take minus sign common, so we have fc plus f uh, minus times fc plus fm. Then we have again fc plus fm. Then if we take minus common, it will be fc minus fm and fc minus fm. So and all these four components are being plotted over here. So we have fc plus fm, fc minus fm, and minus fc plus fm, and minus fc minus fm. So you can see fc plus fm, this is fc plus fm, fc minus fm, fc minus fm, minus fc minus fm, minus fc plus fm over here. Now if we further move ahead, we have a single sideband amplitude modulation. So again we have the same nature of message signal and the same nature of carrier signal. Now, but here we have two step of generation. First, a double sideband suppressed carrier is being generated through a balanced modulator, and after that, one of the sideband is being suppressed, and the other sideband is being allowed to pass through a band pass filter. So, this band pass filter plays a very important role in generation of a single sideband amplitude modulated signal, which has cutoff frequencies varying from fc and fc plus w. W is the bandwidth of the modulating signal. So mainly this is being these are the cutoff frequencies the for passing the upper sideband and suppressing the lower sideband. So here the diagram, which again gives a more deep view to understand how the single sideband AM signal is being generated. So we have this balance modulator. The detail of this balance modulator is again I have discussed in my previous lectures. So from one end we are giving the message signal, from other end we are giving carrier signal. With the suppressed carrier we have this kind of a signal which with the no carrier signal and generation of bands. Now we are passing the signal through band pass filter where this lower sideband is being suppressed, and finally what we are getting a single sideband AM signal. So again further we can view or we uh, can take the help of this nature of the single sideband signal with the help of this spectral component. So these are the spectral components for this message signal. So we have upper sideband, lower sideband, and when it is being you know translated over carrier frequency, so we have this upper sideband, lower sideband, lower sideband, upper sideband. So what is being done over here is this upper sideband is being passed through a band pass filter, and these lower sidebands are being suppressed. So like this, we are capable of generating a single sideband carrier, a single sideband amplitude modulated signal by suppressing the carrier as well as the lower sideband. Now we move on to vestigial sideband amplitude modulation signal. So here, as I have already told, one of the band is being totally passed, and for other band a vestige part remains, because in many cases it is not possible to filter out the whole band. So what is left is that some vestige part of the other band, so that has to be included into the transmission. So in those cases we use vestigial sideband amplitude modulation. So this is the diagram, block diagram for generation of vestigial sideband amplitude modulation. So here we have this modulating signal being fed through balance modulator. Here we are feeding the carrier signal. This is the kind of signal that is being generated through balance modulator, which is the product of measure signal and the carrier signal, and that signal is being passed through band pass filter. So if we try to understand with this generation through mathematical analysis, so we have this. Uh, what is this? This is ST. So this ST is the product of, in terms of time domain, this product of UT and HT. If we take the Fourier transform, this is SF. This convolution is being transformed into a product. So we have SF is equal to UF into HF. And if we again take the Fourier transform of this whole signal, what we get UF is, this is AC by 2, and this there is a translation of this message signal through this carrier into this spectral components. So we are getting this kind of a signal UF is equal to AC by 2 M F minus FC plus M F plus FC. Okay, so now what is SF? SF is UF into HF. So this is UF. So SF is equal to AC by 2 MF minus FC plus MF plus FC into HF. Okay, now what should be the nature of HF? The nature of HF should be such that it totally passes this and a vestige part of this in order to generate a vestigial sideband amplitude modulation. So this is the transfer function of a band pass filter, which shows this is the vestige part of lower sideband, and from beyond this FC we have the upper sideband. This is the transfer function, and this is the condition that HF minus FC plus HF plus FC is equal to twice H of FC. That is this point and this point. The sum of this is 1, which is this twice the half point. Okay, so this has been depicted mathematically. So if we see this, this H is this HFC is 0.5, so this plus this will be 1, which is being shown. So the if we sum this, the value of this point plus this point is comes out to be 1. Okay, where H of FC is half. So this is how we realize this transfer function of band pass filter, which is capable of generating vestigial sideband amplitude modulation with vestige part of lower sideband and a whole part of upper sideband. Now this is application of vestigial sideband transmission for the transmission of TV broadcasting. So this is a theme example where this channel bandwidth of 6 megahertz is being used for TV broadcasting in North America. If you see this figure here, the frequency varies from 54 megahertz to 60 megahertz, a bandwidth of 6 megahertz, and it's this particular range at this 55.25 we have a picture carrier, and at 59.75 we have a sound carrier. So below this we have vestige part, and after that we have a main band, upper band. Upper band. So we can see from this point that here again we compare, this is the transfer function of a band pass filter, So this HFC, FC means this carrier is at point 0.5, and so beyond this we have Vestige part, which has a bandwidth of 1.25 megahertz, and beyond this from 55.25 to 59.75 we have bandwidth of 4.5 megahertz. And since the sound carrier is being at 59.75, so from 59.75 to 60 megahertz we have a bandwidth of 0.25 megahertz. If we add all these three bandwidths, it comes out to be 6 megahertz. So for analog vestigial sideband transmission, the picture carrier is at frequency 55.25 as depicted, and for analog VSB transmission, the sound carrier frequency is being fixed at 59.75 as shown in this figure. And the information content of TV signal lies in the baseband spectrum extending from 1.25 megahertz below this picture carrier, and after that of 4.5 megahertz. So total bandwidth is of 6 megahertz. So this is how this vestigial sideband transmission is being used for TV broadcasting. Thank you.